Did you know that the seven princes of hell are said to govern the very vices that have shaped human history, influencing our thoughts, desires, and actions in ways we rarely even recognize? These demonic rulers are not mere figures of folklore or horror fiction. They are deeply embedded in esoteric traditions, each representing a deadly sin that entraps the human soul. In this exploration, we will dive deep into the occult knowledge surrounding these powerful infernal beings, unraveling their origins, the sins they embody, and their hidden impact on our world. From ancient scriptures to modern interpretations, we will uncover the dark truths behind each of these demonic entities. But the real question is, could these forces be playing an unseen role in shaping human destiny? Stay with us till the end, as we reveal a shocking insight into the ultimate plan these princes may have for the fate of humankind. The hidden meaning of Gnosis, a gateway to the unknown. Gnosis is more than just knowledge. It is a transformative understanding that transcends the physical realm. Originating from ancient mystical traditions, Gnosis represents a profound personal revelation that goes beyond book learning or intellectual reasoning. It is an intimate connection with the ultimate truth, an insight so deep that it peels back the layers of reality and exposes the hidden structures of existence. Gnostics believe that through true Gnosis, one can break free from the illusions of the material world and perceive the spiritual forces that govern all things. This hidden wisdom has been sought after by mystics, occultists, and seekers of enlightenment for centuries. But as we embark on this journey through the dark corridors of knowledge, we must ask ourselves, do we dare to uncover the truth that lies beyond the veil? The seven princes of hell, the masters of sin. These are not mere allegories for evil. Each of the seven princes of hell represents a fundamental aspect of human weakness. Their influence extends beyond morality. They personify the struggles, temptations, and battles that shape our existence. Over the ages, these entities have become synonymous with the seven deadly sins: pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, gluttony, and lust. But their significance is far deeper than simple moral lessons. They embody the fundamental trials each soul must overcome on the path to self-realization. Let us begin our descent into the infernal hierarchy. Lucifer, the fallen Lightbearer, pride. Lucifer is not just a fallen angel, he is the most feared and powerful of all demons. Once the radiant Lightbearer, the most magnificent of all angels, he stood closest to God. His rebellion was no ordinary act of defiance, it was a cosmic insurrection that shook the very foundations of heaven. Unlike other demons who fell from grace in lesser ways, Lucifer chose his own descent, driven by an unyielding pride and an insatiable thirst for forbidden knowledge. This is what makes Lucifer the most dangerous of all demonic figures. His intelligence, his cunning, and his ability to twist truth into deception. Unlike the demons who revel in chaos, Lucifer corrupts through enlightenment, using knowledge as his most powerful weapon. He does not merely tempt, he reshapes perceptions, planting the seeds of arrogance and self-worship that lead souls astray. Mammon, the lord of insatiable greed. Mammon is more than just a symbol of avarice. He commands an army of 6,600 legions of demons, each one driven by an unquenchable thirst for wealth and power. Throughout history, his influence has seeped into civilizations, fueling the relentless pursuit of material gain at the cost of spiritual enlightenment. From medieval theologians to modern economists, Mammon has been invoked as the unseen force behind capitalism, corruption, and consumerism. The 17th century poet John Milton portrayed him in Paradise Lost as a fallen angel, who, even in the depths of hell, could not cease his obsession with gold. His influence remains powerful today, lurking behind the endless cycles of greed that drive individuals and nations alike. Asmodeus, the tempter of unchecked lust. Asmodeus, the demon of lust, is a creature of both seduction and terror. Depicted with 3 heads, a bull, a ram, and a man, his form embodies the primal animalistic desires that consume the human soul. His wings and claws symbolize his dominion over unbridled passion and obsession. But Asmodeus is not simply a demon of carnal pleasure. He represents the chaotic force of overwhelming desire, whether it be for love, power, or indulgence. His legend stretches back to ancient times, appearing in the Hebrew book of Tobit as the jealous demon who killed 7 husbands on their wedding nights. He is both a test and a tormentor, a force that can drive creation or destruction depending on how his influence is harnessed. Leviathan, the Serpent of Envy. A colossal sea monster from ancient mythology, Leviathan embodies the destructive power of envy. Envy is a force that lurks beneath the surface, festering in the human soul, leading to resentment, bitterness, and ultimately chaos. Like a sea serpent stirring the deep waters, Leviathan fuels the inner turmoil that drives individuals to destroy themselves and others. Yet, in some esoteric interpretations, Leviathan represents the yearning for something greater. If redirected properly, this envy can transform into the drive for transcendence and enlightenment. However, left unchecked, it is a force of ruin and despair. Satan, the avatar of wrath. Satan is the embodiment of wrath, not just in the sense of blind rage, but as a calculated, relentless force of destruction. His fury is the catalyst for war, division, and endless strife. Unlike the petty anger of mortals, Satan's wrath is strategic, seeking to unravel the very fabric of divine order. But in the esoteric traditions, wrath can also be a force of purification. Just as fire burns away the old to make way for the new, destruction can be a necessary precursor to rebirth. The challenge lies in whether this wrath is wielded wisely or allowed to consume everything in its path. Belphegor, the Curse of Sloth. Sloth in Belphegor's domain is not just laziness, but spiritual stagnation. It is the refusal to grow, to change, to engage with the struggles of life. While moments of stillness can be vital for transformation, unchecked sloth leads to decay and emptiness. Beelzebub, the endless hunger of gluttony. Beelzebub, the infamous Lord of the Flies, represents more than just excessive consumption. He symbolizes the insatiable hunger that leaves the soul hollow. This hunger may manifest in food, wealth, pleasure, or even the relentless pursuit of power and knowledge. It is the paradox of gluttony. The more one consumes, the more one is left unsatisfied. The final revelation. These princes of hell serve as more than just embodiments of sin. They are reflections of our own inner battles. They challenge us to confront our darkest impulses, urging us to find balance and transformation rather than destruction. If this deep dive into the hidden forces shaping our world has captivated you, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Abyssal Narratives for more explorations into the occult and the unknown. Let us know in the comments which dark mysteries you want us to uncover next. The truth awaits, and together we shall unveil it.